Hello everyone, welcome back to the Phone Museum. Today we will go over the camera quality, the settings, and also speaker quality of this Tab S2 8.0. When you go to camera app, there's a mode when you swipe to right. Then there's auto mode, pro, panorama, HDR, virtual shot, shot and more, dual camera, sports, rear cam selfie, beauty face, food and sound and shot. From sports to sound and shot, you have to download from the Samsung Galaxy Store, which is there's a little download button. Then it's go to the Galaxy Store for the only camera mode. Then you can see there's 5 different modes I already downloaded. Anyways, for the Pro mode, of course it's a just tablet camera, so not a fancy feature, just brightness, ISO, and white balance. You cannot change the shutter speed or other stuff. And this model doesn't have auto HDR mode, so you have to turn on manually with the HDR mode. And virtual shot is like this. So take a picture around the object, and you can see with the little swipe. This is not the best example, but just I don't have a good example, so I took this. And also what you can do is using gyroscope to you can move around like so. And for the sound and shot, not sound and shot, or shot and more, is take a lot of pictures, and then you can save the best picture, the suggest by the tablet, or pick all the best photo. So there's like 5 different people, and first picture, the first A person has the best face, and second picture there's C person has the best face. Then I take the first picture A's face and take C's face from the second picture and stitch in one picture, those kind of stuff. Or erase move object, or edit moving object in one picture, or blur the background, those kind of stuff. Sports mode is faster shutter speed to take a clear picture of the moving object. Rear cam selfie is using rear camera to take a selfie easier. So if I want my face on right here, then I can set up the little rectangle up here. Then when camera detect my face, then it's let me know with the sound and take a countdown of 3 seconds. For the beauty face, you can change the skin tone, slim the face, and you can change with the larger eyes. And food mode is make food looks better, and also it has blur, so it's not a food, but for example like so I can blur the background as well, and I can change the color temperature. And for the sound and shot is you can choose 9 seconds after take up a camera up to 9 seconds, or record up to 9 seconds and then take a picture. There's an option for that. So it looks like, so this is not moving, just picture, but it has a sound after 9 seconds. So when I share it, I can share it just an image, or I can share it as a video file. For video file, of course, just moving stop picture with the 9 seconds of sound. And let's go to the setting. On the setting, you can change the resolution and ratio up to 8 megapixel all the way down to 3.7 megapixel. Video size up to QHD for the tablet, that's really awesome. And for the front face camera, up to 2.1 megapixel all the way down to 1.1 megapixel. Video size up to Full HD. You can save picture as previewed, or you can flip the image. There's timer option, video stabilization. This one doesn't have OIS, so it's a software stabilization. And grid line, geotagging, those kind of stuff. And you can use little volume button to take a picture or record video, or using as a zoom, or just using as a volume button. Also, you can floating camera button, so there's a little floating button, so when you take a picture, you don't have to go all the way down to here. You can just simply press here. And let's check some picture quality. For this tablet is a pretty good picture quality compared to it's a tablet and it's over 6 years old. So for the daylight, the picture is amazing, I think. But it doesn't have a lack of auto OIS, HDR, so I have to turn on the HDR every time. Then the process of HDR is pretty fast, so there's no complaint about it. And for the panorama, it take pretty well as well. So this is panorama shot I took. It's really well stitched together, so it's really good quality of camera. But for night shot, of course, is lack of OIS, so it's not as good as this smartphone. And let's go to the other app. Unfortunately, this model does not support Samsung Good Luck app, but support a one-hand operation and sound assistant. I'm using one-hand operation to manage this big tablet. It's really comfortable, especially using one hand. And for the sound assistant, the one thing I really like about sound assistant is I can use multi sound, so I can watch YouTube and listen music same time. But for this one, does not support multi sound, so when I playing music and then playing YouTube, then the music will stop playing. So only one app at the time. And now let's go to setting. In the setting, it's just basic network setting, and go to sound. There's basic sound setting, do not disturb, touch sound, screen lock sound, and those kind of feedback. And there's sound quality and effect, and you can change the equalizer, surround sound, and contour. And if you plug into the earphone, then you can turn the Tube and Pro as well. And there's adapt sound as well. This is a really good feature of Samsung's Galaxy, so it will boost the certain sound that I having hard time to hear those kind of sound. It will boost off. And display, you can change the screen mode, adapt display to reading mode, basic, photo, cinema. And you can change the font, change the icon style, and the status bar you can turn on the show battery percentage, or you don't want a lot of notification badge up here, then you can turn on here, so you can see only 3 recent notification. Also, you can change the ratio as well. Let's go back, and you can change wallpaper. In advanced feature, there's all the Galaxy's cool feature. In the accessory, it's not special, just automatic unlock for the using book cover. Smart stay, when front face camera detect my eyes, then it's not going to turn off the screen automatically, even though it's over, in my case, 1 minute. And multi-window, you can turn on just a split view action, or the pop-up action is, which is this one. And smart capture and palm swipe to capture. This is, I just palm to capture, and this is a smart capture. So you can see all the toolbox. So I can do script capture if there's a long list, or I can draw. I can like draw, and I can crop, and I can share right away, or I can save it. And direct call is one of my favorite feature, which is, for example, in the message, I want to call this person right away. Then I just put phone onto the ear, then directly call this number without touching any screen. To demonstrate, I can do, then it will call to this number, because this using a gyro sensor with the proximity sensor. So when gyro sensor detect is on the like this mode, and proximity sensor detect there's a near object around the sensor, then it's automatically go to the dial this number. So when I'm using other phone other than non-Galaxy smartphone, sometimes I just I need to call this person, and I just put on my ear, and it's not ringing the number. So I was like, oh yeah, this is not Galaxy, and I click the call button, those kind of stuff. So it's a nice little handy feature. Let's let the brightness up, and then smart alert. When I have a notification and the tablet is turned off, then when I hold, then it's let me know with the vibration you have a notification. I like this feature because when I turn on the screen, then see the notification, it's slower than I already know with the vibration. Oh, I have a notification or not. So that's a little handy. And easy mute is, for example, I have a phone call, I just put on my palm on the screen to mute the phone. This is useful because it's hard to press the volume down button sometimes. It's way easier than press the little button. So this is nice handy tool. And direct share. When you share something, then you can see your contents and those kind of stuff, so you can share directly to a person. Device maintenance. If the app you're not using, then it will turn off to save the battery, clear the cache, and clear the RAM to make a better performance. In the lock screen, you can change the lock screen up here, and there's fingerprint. You can add more or do other thing. And private mode is gallery, video, music, and my file. You can hide some item in those apps. So for example, in the gallery app, I want to hide this 4 picture from other person, then I can just click the move to private. My private pattern is this one, so, and then it moved to the private mode. Then right now I cannot see those picture. To see those picture, I can turn on the private mode on the toggle, or I can go to setting and turn the private mode up here as well. Let's go to here, and then let's turn on. Then it's turned on. Of course, I can use my fingerprint, or I can change to PIN or password as well. And you can turn on the auto disable, which is right now I enable it so I can see the private mode. Oh, and there's a certain pictures, and then for example, I'm watching this picture and the screen is turned off. I try to turn on, then it just automatically closed and I cannot see it. To see that, I have to go turn on the private mode again. Here we are. Of course, I can remove from the private. Let's put on the original folder. Then it should go back to here. Nice, well done. And other setting is just a regular Android setting, not so interesting up here. So, one thing is interesting is, let's go to input and Samsung keyboard. Virtual keyboard is a Samsung keyboard. In here you can add a language. In smart typing, there's a bunch different type, and in the keyboard swipe you can use swipe to type, or you can change the cursor control. So swipe to type is, let's go to menu, just a hello, just swipe. But when I change the cursor control, then I can swipe to change using as a cursor, like so. Those kind of stuff. And also the space bar to swipe, which is, if for example in my case I have a different language, so I swipe to change the different language. It's really useful. And you can customize the feedback and those kind of stuff. In other setting, nothing much. And one good thing about this tablet is they actually put the haptic motor, so I can get in the feedback, I can get the vibration. Right now, tablet 7 Plus, they using just vibration motor, not a haptic motor. So when I using type, there's no vibration, haptic feedback. It's just vibration as a notification. So that's one good thing about this tablet. And now let's go to the speaker. So that was a speaker quality. Of course, Galaxy Tab S6 Lite, it has dual stereo speaker and has Dolby Atmos, also speaker tuned by AKG, so it has the best quality and the really high volume. But for this one, it came out in 2015. It also have a dual speaker, but it's not as strong as that one because it's a little teeny. But at that time, I think it's about average. So right now, I think it's about average as well. I think better than other mono speakers, smartphone. But one thing I really disappointed about it is Samsung usually puts stereo speaker for over 10-inch bigger tablet, but they just put single speaker for smaller tablet. But since Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4, they put dual speaker on the bottom, and then Tab S 8.4, they put actual dual speaker, stereo speaker, one on here, one on here. But they moved back to dual speaker on the bottom, which is disappointed. Because when I'm watching, for example, YouTube or other video on this vertical mode, then it gives surround effect, especially when I turn on the Samsung Sound Alive, the surround feature turn on. But when I'm watching on the horizontal mode, it's just coming up from the one side, so it doesn't give us a really surround effect. And now for the battery, this model is made in January of 2016, so it's over 5.5 years old. It has 4000 milliamps cell inside and can charge a maximum of 5 volt with 2 amps, which is quick charge 1.0 or 10 watts charger. To my usage, it can use it by the screen on time. I can use up to 3.5 hours to 5 hours. And for charging, it took about 3 hours and 10 minutes to 3 hours and 40 minutes. But since the battery is really old, when it was less than 5% juice, it's reduced really fast. So if you see 5% mark, I have to go charge right away. It's not safe. It cannot hold more than 10 minutes of screen on time. So that's it for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S2 8.0 deep review. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will going to make another video about the gaming test and other accessories and those kind of stuff as well. So I hope to see you in the next video, and have a nice day.